words were spoken as the 5 figures marched through the jungle. Think, Akrog told himself. He should be thinking, agonizing and brooding over whether his choice was the right one. But he could not. His mind was as dull and silent as the temple they had left behind. Just 3 thoughts crept in, over and over. Reach the coast. Keep Little Blood safe. Survive. That was all that mattered. The sun had risen again when Zaska drew to a stop, pulling Akrog back into the now.
Shovel Claw Tunnel. Akrog should tell Trusted One. That is a tunnel. Maybe Zazka could fit through there.
A tunnel. Maybe Zaska could fit through.
Let Zazka get a proper look. This way? Going now. Head towards certain doom. Sure, why not? Huh. What is that, Zazka? Can a troll not rest for a moment?
On his way.
Grunters! First come, first...
Zazka is listening.
Find out. He go there.
That way. You will lead the way.
The wrong tribe would not eat such a... Ready for action. Interesting.
Drop no one, go look. What this?
Go join the war.
That world is ready. Down for Noag.
Is that the best you can do?
Noag, go look.
Let Zazka get a proper look.
So be it.
He is going.
Going now.
Let Akrog see.
If he insists.
Go.
Moving on.
The Moon King!
Cannot do that, whispers again.
Can Zazka help?
Noag, go there. Noag, go.
Moving now.
They run from Noag. Destroy them! Noag, smash!
Going now.
You will lead the way.
Head towards so be it. Look! Spike hurlers!
Shift!
It whispers again.
Huh. What now? More trouble?
He find out.
Time to get his tusks dirty. Can a troll not rest for a moment? Huh. What is that? Let Zazka get a proper look. Interesting. Probably.
So be
Let
it.
him at them. This way?
He go there. So be it. The blood for the tribe!
He cannot do whispers again.
If he insists.
Pathetic!
Won't go blue! They don't hurt
They
their
will not
blood.
get away from Zazka.
Going now.
It whispers
No
again.
one go look.
Great. More problems to smash. Zazka is listening. Ready for action. They messed with the wrong tribe. Let him at them.
That way.
Is it just Zazka? Or is this place familiar? It makes Zazka's hide prickle.
Yes. This one's vessel can feel it too. Where are they, Dark Elf?
Just another Hibernian ruin. You might have seen it on your way to the temple. Come, the coast isn't far.
Moving now. He will lead the way. He is going.
Going now.
What should he do?
Let Zazka get a proper look.
What? No! No!
What is happening? What the rot is happening?
It has been done.
What happened?
I tapped into the power of the vein to trap the Fielddark's soul. We...
Pathetic meatbags. You think you can trick a god? This one will teach you. What is happening?
Weaken it! I'll try to seal him back inside!
You will not!
What is this? Go join the war.
Smash them! Grandpa will slow them down. Meatbags! Rotten meatbags!
What the? He is healing.
The clouds, Noag. Walk into the Archfire cloud I siphoned and crush the Fielddark.
They run from north.
Let Akrog see.
For the Moon King! You're ready! What this? Nothing for the Moon King! Rotted! It healed itself! Time to make hay! Meatbags! Rotten meatbags!
What the? He is healing.
The clouds, Noag. Walk into the Archfire cloud I siphoned and crush the Fielddark.
Next.
That way. On his way. He is going. Moving now.
Rotted. It healed itself.
Even the worms were not
Akrog is ready.
The blood for the tribe!
The gift. Is in there.
Meatbags! Rotten meatbags!
clouds, Noak. Walk into the Archfire cloud I siphoned and crush the Field Ark.
This looks interesting. You find out. They know in the word they will regret this. This was a day. Mug was others. It healed itself.
Meatbags! Rotten meatbags! What the? He is healing!
The clouds, Noak. Walk into the Archfire cloud I siphoned and crush the Field Ark.
Even the worms would not eat such a beast. It worked! Time to make history.
Rotted. It healed itself. Meatbags! Rotten meatbags!
It's working! Keep going! Keep going!
There you are, ants! Nothing but ants!
Again!
Use the clouds and then smash him, Noak.
Rotted. It healed itself.
He will not die!
Just keep him busy! I almost have him!
You will not! You will not!
The cloud, little blood! Breathe the cloud and smash him!
I can't hold him much longer!
Is it over?
Yes. I trapped him.
Then it is time for answers. What was that? Has he...
Grumps!
Your elder doesn't have much time, Chieftain. I suggest you say your goodbyes, then we'll speak. I'll make sure there'll be no more nasty surprises.
What should he do?
No! They need do something, Big Blood! They need do something!
Spare the trouble. His lungs, they are burning. Burning with black fire. Grognoir hopes Akrog is proud. He wiped out the Moonkin.
If anyone wiped out the Moonkin, then it was the Chainers and the Hunters. There was no saying if the cub would have ever helped them. Grungwar saw it not, but the moment the cub seized his body, the only thing it thought about was how to get away.
Grungwar saw it. His judgment remains the same. Tell him, Akrog, would he have made the same choice if it had been Zaska or his little blood in the meadows getting killed? And if the cub would have asked for someone else's same blood to be sacrificed?
Noak is the last troll with the firstborn blood. Akrog could not let him die.
Of course. Akrog can tell himself that was the true reason.
Noak no want any kin to get hurt.
just no want to die.
No troll wants to die, little Moonblood. But sometimes they have to, so others can live. That is why every troll belongs to the tribe, and not his... not his sane bloods, or even his trusted ones. Grungwar would have gladly given his life for the tribe. But his old body was too weak and useless once again.
Grungwar said he saw everything while the cub was, well, in his mind.
He saw. Grungwar heard and saw it all. Felt it good, he wonders. Felt it good to sink their crushed sticks into Chieftain Cabrat's and Tamer Julog's skulls.
They had no choice.
Nerbok said the same thing.
Even if Grungwar agreed not, he should have respected the chieftain's word. When he attacked them, he betrayed the tribe. Mugwar's law says it.
How true. And now look at them. Grungwar and Akrog. Two kin traitors. Grungwar wonders whose betrayal caused more death.
So, Grumph would really kill Noag? He really would?
Oh, he would have. It is true. Tusks, Noag thinks he truly, that this would not have broken Grungwar's heart. Little Moonblood was the hope of the tribe. The last one with the firstborn's blood. And the chosen of Magua. Curse it! Grungwar could not have looked at his image on smooth water for the rest of his life. But sometimes one has to pay with a part of his soul to save those of 1,000 others. The Moonkin could have lived. They could have lived and flourished. And now, they will never again. The same is true for Zaska. Grungwar almost thought he had been wrong all this time. But it turns out he was not. Zaska is just a selfish worm-eater after all. Grungwar should have just let Nadjak and Nerbok kill him.
It was Akrog's choice, not Zaska's. If Grungwar seeks someone to judge, at least judge the right one.
Oh, he is. He is judging. And he wishes he would not have to.
Just let it rest, trusted one. There is no point.
No matter what Grungwar did, they will not leave him behind. There must be a cure for this fire in his lungs.
So concerned. He had no trouble leaving his kin to die, had he? Grungwar wants no cure. No. He will stay right here, where the real chieftain of the Moonkin slipped into the moonlit river not so long ago.
Big Blood is chieftain of the Moonkin. fighter in a chieftain's side.
He is gone.
To the stranger now. He owes them answers.
Ready for action.
It will hold.
The urn?
The Hoard of Souls is its name, but yes. I sealed his spirit inside it, where it can do no more harm. The power of this vein, it's immense. I had no idea such large ones even existed. Most are just a couple of blue shards buried in the ground. Either way, I am sorry about your elder. It is a pity it had to come to this.
Akrog is sorry too, but it is time for answers now.
Of course.
What Akrog did believes the stranger it was a mistake.
I hardly believe it's my place to judge.
Akrog is not asking for judgment. He is asking for the stranger's thoughts. Would he have decided differently?
Let me put it this way. I wish I could say that I would have.
A foggy answer.
But the best and most honest I can offer, I'm afraid.
The stranger called Mugwa's cradle an archfire vein. So the drop, it's not.
I'm afraid not. The clerics say that these drops are the blood of Aeonir himself, but no one can truly verify it. Personally, I view them as just a...
This means the magic of the cradle never had anything to do with Mugwa, no? It is just like the cub said. She is only a phantom.
Well, I guess it depends.
Speak true.
Fine. If your goddess exists, then she cannot physically influence the world the way the Guardians or the Renegades did. No.
A god with no power is no god at all.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. An idea, ideals, or hope cannot crush walls, but the people who believe in them certainly can. There are dangers to faith, but I think it's safe to say the faith of the Moonkin and the Bonekin led them to places most of your kind would have never explored on their own.
No, I'd no understand. The brittle bones say Mugwa is not there.
She is in their hearts.
No, I see.
The stranger never planned to go to the coast, no? He lured them here, to Mugwa's cradle.
Oh, the coast is indeed this way. But yes, it was my intention to lead you here. It was the only place where I could draw enough power to trap the Field Dark.
Brittle bones ever tell the truth?
A question for the philosophers.
There is one thing Akrog understands not. How is it possible the Moonkin could defeat Zarek's cub? The lore says it is invincible, like Mugwa, a renegade or a guardian. If 4 trolls could beat it so easily, it would have never crushed the Tusk Hunters, no?
That thing? No. The true Field Dog, yes, and 1,000,000 times over. Frankly, I don't even know what this creature, this shadow, truly was. My guess is that it was a manifestation of his spirit, at least a fragment of it. That the Field Dog was able to conjure it from within the Hoard of Souls only shows how powerful it was.
How can he know, though? What if the cubs were never as powerful as the stories say? If they were just...
Imposters? Smart question. But no, believe me, a Field Dog in his physical form is a force of nature. I was alive when the War of the 6 Races happened. And though I never saw a Field Dog with my own eyes, trust me, I was glad my people were on their side. In fact, the question of how the Hibernians of that temple managed to even harm his flesh and sever him into pieces is another mystery I plan to explore. I know this probably isn't the answer you wanted to hear, Chieftain Akrog. But that thing you defeated, it was just a single raindrop of a tempest. There is no saying whether the Field Dog would have upheld his end of the bargain, but if he had, and had the resurrection worked, the hunters and the orcs would be scraping the remains of their comrades off the ground as we speak.
Well, they will never know. But Akrog has another question. This herd of souls, it can trap someone's spirit?
Horde. And yes, it can.
How?
Well, we're still figuring that part out. All we know is that it's capable of drawing a living creature's soul out of its body and holding it within. A long time ago, a dark elven woman from Northander used it to bring a creature into this world. But that's a story for another time.
And Sazka has had enough of stories and legends to last him a lifetime.
How could the stranger simply seal the cub into that thing, if all these brittle bones from the temple could not? Is he so powerful?
I suppose you could say that, yes. But as I said, I couldn't have done it without the vein.
So he, what? Fed on the power running through this vein and put it into his hex?
Indeed. Before you get any ideas, though, channeling the Archfire is incredibly dangerous. I'm one of the few mages on EO who has learned how to use it, and even I can only access a portion of it.
The stranger will tell Akrog the full truth. Who is he really, and why came he here? Was this his plan from the start? Trapping the cub in this thing?
It was.
Then he never cared for Moonkin? This was only about Cub?
First and foremost, yes, it was. You have never heard of the Circle, have you?
Sazka presumes he is not talking of the shape.
No, the Circle is a... how to put it? I suppose you could call it a band of powerful shamans from all races in Northander, light and dark. Ever since a Northandian corporal called Tahar discovered the Archfire, the Circle has devoted itself to understanding it. I am one of those shamans. A Circle mage, as people call us.
Light races and dark races. So the creatures of Zarek and Nor have struck a pact with the creatures of the Guardians.
Certain ones have, yes. And it's a very peculiar pact. But that is a long story, and I doubt we have the time.
So this circle sent you to find Zarek's cub.
It's a little more complicated than that, but yes, I came here to find out whether the rumors of an imprisoned field dog were true. I found out they were. But also that I would never be able to breach these portal seals myself. Which is where you, the gifted Chieftain Akrog of the Moonkin, come in.
Is he saying he knew about the gift of spirits?
I'd heard about it, yes. I'd heard of creatures from all kinds of races with that ability. But you were the only one I could find on Urgoth.
Wait. So the stranger had already been inside the temple before the Moonkin went in?
Yes. I'm sorry about the duplicity. But considering how little that great warrior of yours trusted me, you'll understand why it was necessary.
The stranger knew about the dark echoes then.
Let's put it this way. I had a theory, but it was you who confirmed it. It wasn't all lies, Chieftain Akrog. I won't claim the survival of your tribe was my priority, but neither was it my intention to double-cross you. I wanted this resurrection to work for your kind's sake and mine. Needless to say, things took a different turn than I expected.
Could the stranger have trapped the cub in its true form?
In theory, yes. I guess we'll never find out.
Had the resurrection worked in the temple, would the stranger have trapped it right there, before the cub could have helped crush the hunters?
No. I would have held my end of the bargain.
And just what stops the Moonkin from crushing the stranger right here and right now?
Why would you do that?
Because he used the Moonkin. He used them like tools.
What, and you accepted my help out of the kindness of your hearts? Don't fool yourself, Chieftain Akrog. We all put our own needs first. Sometimes those needs overlap and we're quick to cry heroes and honor. But in the end, we're all selfish. We came this far together, Chieftain. Let's just leave it there.
He is right, trusted one. Just let it go.
And once again, you prove to be the smartest one, Zaska.
Well, Akrog is glad the stranger got what he wanted. At least one of them did.
Oh, believe me, I'm far from having what I want. West of the clearing is a path that leads straight to the north. You should be able to skirt the battle this way and reach the coast by the next sunrise.
Then this is it.
Yes, Chieftain Akrog. This is farewell. I wish you all the best on your journey, wherever it may lead.
Wait. The stranger no Moonkin names. Moonkin should know his.
That's fair, I suppose. My name is Wraith Skadar. Farewell.
And gone.
And there is nothing for them left to do here. Let them find this path the stranger spoke of,
And then, where they go, Big Blood? Moonkin is no more.
No. But maybe...
What?
Maybe this can be the start of something new.
After days of wandering along the coast, it was an unlikely haven where Akrog, Zaska, and Noag found peace at last, with the bog tusks from the Blackheart jungle. Seeing them wounded, starved, and crushed, the small trolls at once offered them a place by their fire. They meant not to stay, but they did. A moon after the day the tribe was wiped out, Akrog and Zaska visited the battlefield where the warriors took their last stand. 5 moons, and the Bogtusks saw the 3 trolls as their own. 12 more, and Noag had found a mate and a litter of cubs saw the light of the world. Bogtusk and Moonkin, joined by blood. It was not only Noag that survived, but the last of Chieftain Narjak's blessed blood did too. And perhaps this Moonblood would one day lead his new tribe to the greatness the Moonkin had never found. But at what price, Akrog often wondered in his nightmare-ridden and sleepless nights. Had Gromar been right? It was always Zaska who put his mind at ease. The sanguine ritual might have failed. The cub might have been lying. The hunters might have killed them on their way to the vein. And if not, Akrog asked. Zaska was silent for a long time. Even then, is a tribe where kin must murder kin to survive truly worth saving? Stepping through the hex gate, Akrog's mind once more became like sand and water. But unlike last time, the memory he saw was a solid one.
Rotten right he will.
Noag. Akrog knows not how to put this, but... how feels he about this?
Wait a rotten moment. Is Akrog seriously asking his little blood whether he wants to rot and kill himself? Noag is not even old enough to hunt. He understands not what is...
Noag understand.
He does?
And if it take Noag blood to save Big Blood, Zaska, Grumpf, and kin, he do it. He will. But... Noag trust Big Blood. Big Blood always make right choice. So he make this one too.
That is true. He always does. And that is why he will not even consider this nonsense. right?
Little Blood? Akrog never told him how Sire died, no?
A brittle bone throwing spike hurler crush him.
Akrog never told him. He and Nurbok were there too.
Trusted one, no.
That throwing spike. It would have killed Akrog and Nurbok too. But their sire caught it with his body so they could live. At first, Akrog hated himself, and a part of him always will. But before his flesh died, Narjak told Akrog that it would have either been his life or that of Nurbok and Akrog.
Tribe for the blood, blood for the tribe.
It is true. Anuk, Zaramak, Julog, Zat, all the others. This is the only way they can save them. Akrog would pay the price himself. Believe him, he would give anything so he could. But he cannot. Not this time.
No, no. Zaska will not let them do this.
It all right, Zaska. Big blood right. So it will be.
No, he cannot do this. Noak.
Is he?
Of course he is dead. He is dead because that rotten, foul-tusked, stupid thing killed him!
It was the only choice.
Rot his stupid choices! How could Trusted One do this? How could he? This was Noag by Mugwa. This was his same blood.
Akrog knows. Rotted thinks, Saska, this was easy. Akrog never...
Wait! Something is happening!
Little Blood.
No. Zarek's fangs. To draw breath again.
Fascinating. It took him over.
Little Blood. Is he?
Dead. Most of him, yes. What does it mean, most of him? That his soul is still there in the back of this one's mind. But it will extinguish once the sanguine ritual is completed.
Is that certain?
Yes.
So it worked. Little Blood. Little Blood can hold the cub spirit for the sanguine ritual.
It should, yes. This is strong flesh, meatbag. Strong flesh pulsing with firstborn blood.
How rotten good for him. Zaska will tear his tusks out. Zaska will...
Try it. Stop it, Zaska. Noag is gone, Zaska, and he wanted this.
Big shit. Akrog wanted this, and Noag was too young to understand. His same blood made him do it, and Grungwar wanted it too. But that is just what Grungwar wanted, no? Everything for the rotten tribe, even if it means butchering their own cursed kin.
Look, I know this is none of my concern, but perhaps now isn't the best time to fight. Your Moonblood is gone. Nothing can change that. All you can do is make his sacrifice count.
He is right. Nothing left to do, but hope the cub keeps its end of the pact.
This one will.
Maybe Noag's body with the cub spirit would be enough to crush the hunters. Maybe there is no need for this sanguine ritual.
The meatbag still hopes he can save his brother, does he not? No. This vessel is powerful, but it is still only a troll. This one will need his true form to unleash the destruction they seek. And even if it were different, the pact has been struck. There is no undoing it.
Akrog understands. What now? The cub said it needs an archfire vein for this ritual. So must they go back to Mugwa's cradle?
This is what this one suggests.
Actually, there might be another way. I searched the Blackheart jungle for veins before we met, and there are 2 more on Urgarth that I know of. You've been to one of those already.
The Red Meadow. Where is that other one? Closer to here than Mugwa's cradle.
Not closer to here, but closer to where your tribe is fighting the Chainers and the Hunters as we speak. It's at the northern coast. If we perform the sanguine ritual there instead of the cradle...
Then less time will be lost traveling. A good idea.
Then they will march for the coast at once. There is nothing left in this place. Akrog has spoken.
Few words were spoken as the 5 figures marched through the jungle. Think, Akrog told himself. He should be thinking, agonizing, brooding over whether his choice was the right one. But he could not. His mind was as dull.
They hear that?
Fighting.
Quick.
He is on his way. Destroy them. Yes. What can he do for the tribe? Yes. Chieftain Akrog. Is that him?
Not at all.
And here Nurbok thought that cursed temple at the cub is right here. Mugwas. What?
The chieftain will explain. He will explain everything.
So, the Moonblood has gone into the Moonlit River.
Not yet, but he is on the threshold.
Well, Cabrax knows not what to say. He is sorry, Chieftain. This must have been a terrible choice, and Chieftain Akrog made the right one. Noad Moonblood will be remembered as a hero.
The rain that has fallen is with the ground. Now, tell him about the battle. How many enemies are they facing? And knows Anuk of this archfire vein the stranger spoke of? The blue crystal, like the blood drop.
He does. But they talk in the tribe camp, Chieftain. Come, follow Anug. There is Greenskin eyeing troops on the way, but that is nothing the Moonkin cannot handle. The Greenskins crushed the bridge Anug and the kin used to come here. But there is other way.
Let them march then. It's time for the Moonkin to fight.
So, Grungwar and Nurbok fight side by side once more. Almost like in the old days, no?
It will never be like in the old days again, Nerbok. The bond of trust has been shattered. Come, Chieftain. Let them march. Grungwar is ready. Let Grungwar take a closer look.
This way?
No, I've got to wait. No, smash!
Time to move on. He might be old, but his tasks are still sharp.
Pathetic. And you call yourselves the Chosen of Zarek.
There will be many more. Come with him, kin. There will be time for answers later.
Wait, Chieftain Akrog! Mugwa's piercing tusks. Zeramak think Chieftain dead. He think they all dead.
They are not. What are Zeramak and the Scrappers doing so far from the tribe camp?
What they do best, of course. Look for scrap to use for guarding camp. There are much of it here in jungle. From old to new. How endearing. Zeramak, guess? What's wrong with Moonblood? He looked different.
There will be time for explanations later. Join them in the tribe camp, Zeramak. They have a battle to plan.
Akrog speaks true. Before they go, though. Rot it. There is no good way to say it. Nurbok is still a traitor. He took control because it was the only way to save the tribe. But now that Akrog is back, wants Akrog Nurbok to stay and fight, or to go back into a cage. Nurbok will bow to his word.
They're fighting the Chainers. Will Nurbok...
Be loyal? That Akrog must ask that. Shows Nurbok how far he has fallen. Nurbok has had a lot of time to think, Akrog. And he will be loyal and fight. To the last breath.
This battle needs every warrior it can get. Nurbok will lead the guarding until the sanguine ritual has been completed.
Understood. Sharp tusks and thick hide, chieftain. Oh, and cub. Crush those cursed rat tusks. This tribe has bled for it.
Good. Now to the tribe camp. All right, Anuk. Give Akrog a view on the battle. How are the Moonkin holding up?
Well, Anuk wish he had better answer for chieftain. But the truth is, it is bad. Both the Chainers and the Hunters attack us all the time. Anuk think they try to make the tribe weak before dealing the killing blow. The battle is going for almost a sunup and a sundown now, and we already lose many kin. Anuk not lie, chieftain. It looked dark. Very dark.
Well, they have the cub now, so the wind has turned. Where have the Chainers built their tribe camp? Their cow?
Well, there is two, actually. All hill. I am think burns from.
Right.
But the south will be a tough fight. Now, they should focus on conquering the vein first. This one can sense it's nearby. Have the meatbags found it already? He speak of Anug? It is true. The southwest.
Need to do, don't we? Defend the tribe camp and conquer the soil around the vein so the cub can perform the sanguine ritual.
The stranger speaks true. What about the hunters, though? Where are they?
Cabrax can answer that question. They're down in the very south. Like they have shielded off that tribe camp with hex barriers. It is probably as Anuk says. They want to wait with their final charge until the Moonkin are weakened. Cabrax and his bone hexes tried to banish the hex. For you, once this one has his flesh back, no hex gate in the world will stop it.
All the more reason to seize the vein first. Have the hunters other tribe camps in the jungle?
Huh. The big spot one more, but it is also behind. Warriors appear in strange spots with air flickers. Teleporting. With hexes. Powerful.
Nothing the Moonkin can do but fend off the warrior.
Wait. Chieftain Akrog, is that him? And what happened to Noag?
There is no time for explanation. What is wrong, Julog?
Well, one of Julog's beaks spotted something in the ocean, so Julog went to see what it was. A group of brittle coming on.
What could they want here?
Julog knows not, chieftain.
Maybe they are a helping pack for the hunters. They should be wary.
Wary, cautious. There will be struggle and bloodshed, meatbags. That is something to look forward to.
The only thing Akrog looks forward to is marching over the corpses of those rotten hunters and greenskins. They have plagued the Moonkin for hundreds of moons. In the favor. Kin, to their places. The battle...
Well said, chieftain.
Chieftain? He can help. Mugwort praise. Chieftain, the tribe needs more room. Build more shelters.
Grunwa is here.
Zazka is listening.
They take care of it. Be not worried.
A building is done. A building is done. A building is done. What next?
Hunters attacking! Shield the tribe camp! At his service.
Enemies are attacking! The Moon Kid! The heart of the tribe is being attacked! What next?
Good work. But there will be more. Let Akrog see.
What now? More trouble?
He work now.
Grunwa is ready. Grunwa is here.
Akrog is listening.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
He will protect the tribe. At his service.
Ready for action. Can Zazka help?
It is the will of Magua. What now? What next? He is needed? He is ready. Ready. What now?
Akrog is ready.
Enemies are attacking! What now? Moving!
What can he do for the tribe?
What now?
Chieftain, the tribe needs more room. Build more shelters. Ready to hex them all. Enemies are attacking!
What should he do?
Chieftain, the tribe needs more room. Build more shelters.
Rot it. The human brittle bones are attacking the Moonkin.
Probably tusk hunters too. Crush them! His hand.
The tribe must survive! The blood for the tribe! Enemies are attacking!
That way.
If he insists.
Grungwa will go his course. In that direction?
Interesting. Probably.
Why must they plague the Moonkin?
Let Zazka get a proper look.
He is going. Time to move on.
Moving on.
He is on his way.
Good riddance. Back to the hunters now.
Enemies are attacking! Enemies are attacking!
Sharp tosses and thick hide.
Bring out their dead! Enemies are attacking!
He will wipe them out. Grungwa is here. In that direction? Only fools must survive, kin.
They messed with the wrong tribe.
He will lead the way.
This way?
On his way.
Great. More problems.
Destroy them.
Whispers again.
They will regret this!
Whispers again. He cannot do that. He cannot. This is it. The Chainers will not be any more trouble.
May Magua guide
Him
his
at
hands.
He cannot do that yet. He cannot do that yet. He cannot do that yet.
For the Moon King! Enemies are attacking!
You will protect the tribe. Why must they plague
The heart of the tribe is being attacked!
Oh, no, Zeramak! Zeramak cannot!
Few words were spoken as the five figures marched through the jungle. Think, Akrok told himself. He should be thinking, agonizing, brooding. The tribe needs more room. Build more shelters.
Zazka is listening.
What on Urgath is this?
Destroy riddance. Back to the hunt.
Enemies are attacking!
Whispers again.
Enemies are attacking! Enemies are attacking!
This is it. The Chainers will not be any more trouble. Whispers again.
place they will ever see.
He is going. You will lead the way.
Gromwell will go there.
That there. That is the vein.
The eye of the tribe sees. The tribe's land grows.
So, will this be enough for the sanguine ritual?
No.
No. Why? It feels as strong to Akrog as the one in Mugwa's cradle.
It is strong, but also tainted. This one supposes many creatures have used it over the centuries. There's something this one can do, but this one will need the Dark Elf's help for it. Then they will get him.
All right. Let them get the stranger.
Fascinating. 3 Archfire veins so close to each other. Either way, good work securing it. So, you said you needed my help?
This one does. As this one told the others already, the Archfire vein has been tainted by use. There is a way to cleanse it, but a Dark Elf will need to help.
He will. What needs he to do?
Channel a spell onto the vein where we spill some blood. Few things are as powerful as blood fresh after it is shed. This one will create a link between the vein and himself, and the Dark Elf must maintain it. This way, every drop of blood shed in this battle will be drawn to the vein. Once there is enough, this one will purge its taint.
And then he can do the sanguine ritual?
Perform the sanguine ritual, and use this vessel's power to form this one's new flesh. Yes.
Noag. His name was Noag.
The Moonkin are already struggling to defend themselves. They cannot waste more time.
Without blood, there is no sanguine ritual. That is how it is.
How much blood will he need?
This one cannot say, but he will tell them when it's enough.
Fine. Can the stranger do what the cub asks of him?
Sounds like demonology. Yes, I believe I can.
Well, then it is decided. It will soak this ground in brittlebone and greenskin blood. They will do it for the tribe.
At his service. Enemies are attacking! The tribe must survive! Destroy them! Yes.
He will protect the tribe.
Moving now. You will lead the way.
Why must they plague the moon?
Enemies are attacking! Enemies are attacking! The tribe must survive!
Fools challenge the Moonkin.
Yes!
What is needed of him?
He's going.
They will not get away from Sazka.
Destroy them!
Hunters attacking! Shield the tribe camp!
heart of the tribe is being attacked.
May Magua guide his hands.
Even the worms were not such a beast.
Enemies are attacking! Enemies are attacking! The tribe has few words were spoken as the 5 figures marched through the jungle. Think, Akrok told himself. He should be thinking, agonizing, brooding over... Chieftain, the tribe needs more room. Build more shelters.
Moving on.
What can he
Enemies
do?
are attacking!
He will protect the tribe.
Enemies are attacking! What now? Speak. Enemies are attacking! Oh, no! Few words were spoken as the 5 figures marched through the jungle. Think, Akrok told himself. He should be thinking, agonizing, brooding. Chieftain, the tribe needs more room. Build more shelters. Yes. Enemies are attacking!
May Magua guide his hands.
What enemies are attacking? They cannot start the tribe! Oh, no, Zeramak! Zeramak cannot... Few words were spoken as the 5 figures marched through the jungle. Think, Akrok told himself. He should be thinking, agonizing, brooding. The tribe needs more room. Build more shelters.
But his tusks are still sharp.
Enemies are attacking! Yes.
Akrog is listening.
The blood for the tribe! Enemies are attacking! Few words were spoken as the 5 figures marched through the jungle. Think, Akrok told himself. He should be thinking, agonizing, brooding. Chieftain, the tribe needs more room. Build more shelters.
What is needed of him? He will protect the tribe.
Enemies are attacking! The tribe has lost a sector, Chieftain!
Hunters attacking! Shield the tribe camp! Only fools challenge them.
Enemies are attacking! Yes! Yes!
Ready for action.
guide his hands.
May Magua punish them.
Akrog is listening.
The blood for the tribe! The tribe must survive!
At his service. He will protect the tribe.
Enemies are attacking! Enemies are attacking!
Good work.
Enemies are attacking! Enemies are attacking!
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
Is it done?
It is. Stop.
Thank Nor. I couldn't have done it much longer.
Means this that the cub is ready now. It can do this ritual.
The sanguine ritual, indeed. This one recommends they do it now. The odds are bad enough as it is, and the longer we wait, the more the power of the harvested blood will fade.
The odds? So the cub knows not whether the ritual will succeed after all?
No, this one does not. The ritual does not always work, meatbag. And waiting will not help those odds.
Huh. Why is Zazka not surprised?
The cub should have told them this. It should have told them.
What? So you would have refused the pack in your foolish fear? Every fight where victory is certain is not worth fighting, meatbag. If your kind would live by that principle, maybe you would not be so weak and miserable.
All right then. Do it. Perform the ritual.
This one will. Step back, meatbags. Zarek, give this one strength.
What happened?
I don't know. But the field dog's energy, it's all gone. And your brother, he's still...
Big blood.
Others! No egg!
No. No, let Noah go back, Big Blood. No, let him go back into Misty Water. Please.
Akrog will not. Whatever Noag saw it was just a bad dream. Everything is all right.
Nothing all right. No dream. Noah die at easy Moonlit River. It's terrible. Just water and cold and dead and whispers and floating. There no crumple, no sire, just corpses. Noah so afraid. Noah no one go back. No, I won't live.
He is confused, Chieftain. His mind, it is hurt.
No, I won't live.
Little blood. Little blood.
Gone. He is dead.
It's him.
This one lives.
What? Why so scared? We had a pact, and this one will fulfill it. Come on. It's time to show those meatbags what a true hunter looks like. This one listens. What is needed of him? May Mara guide his
More
hand.
problems to smash.
Just a meatbag. To live is a struggle already. Pathetic. Just a meatbag. This one will shake the earth. The hunt begins. The hex wall is down! To the tribe camp! Pathetic.
Why, Zarek? Is that...
Helen, save us.
What? This is all? You are no warriors. You are ants. Just a meatbag. Pathetic. The hunt begins. This one listens. To live is to struggle. It is over. They are dead. Indeed. This was no battle, troll. This was a slaughter. This one had hoped for more.
Many, many Moonkin died.
That is the price of the struggle. Take a moment to savor your victory and mourn your losses, meatbag. Then gather your kin at the vein. This one still has the second part of his pact to fulfill. He means that this one will cure your blood. Yes, they will speak at the vein.
Well, this will be curious. The kin will be dying for an explanation.
First comes the cure, then the explanations. Come, back to the Archfire Vein.
Chieftain, did you do it? Did you beat those fools?
The Tusk Hunters are dead. It is true.
And so is Noag.
Everything comes at a price. Well, you should talk to the creature, Chieftain. I believe there's something else it must do.
Meatbag, are you ready?
Akrog is. But he wonders how this hex will work. How can the cub just undo the blood rot?
You will not understand even if this one told you. Just let them finish this.
All right. Do it. Cast the hex.
This one will.
Silence! Silence! The Moonkin have fought well and honorably. But it is not over. There is one last battle they must win. But they cannot do so without help. Most of the Moonkin know this already. But the creature that brought chaos down upon the Moonkin's enemies is no less than Zarek's cub, the Field Dog. Through a great sacrifice, the Moonkin...
Chieftain.
The cub has not only promised to crush their enemies, but also to cleanse the Moonkin's blood. And it will do so now. Do it.
So be it. It is done. Within 12 moons' turns, their blood will be cured.
12 moons. So long.
The rot has poisoned your kin's blood for almost 6 decades. Life cannot undo death in the blink of an eye. Even with this one's power, they will have to wait and endure. This one has fulfilled the pact, Meatbag. Now they will go their separate ways.
There is something Akrog needs to ask first. Noag, Akrog's little blood. He said that he was dead when the cub took his body, and that he saw the moonlit river, and that it was horrible. Is that true?
This one does not know.
He is a god. He should know.
But this one does not. Maybe your brother was only dreaming. Maybe he truly was dead for that moment and what he saw was real. The truth is, no one but Hirin and the lost souls themselves know what the River of Souls looks like. Those who return for a second chance have no memory.
Akrog understands. Wait. If the Hex takes 12 moons to work, what will become of those who are already ill? Will they...
Die? That depends on how strong they are. It's the same for your cubs. With the rot fading, some might be strong again, but others might not.
But there must be something the cub can do.
It already did. The weak perish, and the strong survive. This is how it is, and how it always will be.
How can they know the cub is not lying to them?
Did this one lie when this one said it would annihilate the Moonkin's enemies?
Huh. The cub killed them because he enjoyed it.
Less than this one had hoped. But yes, this one did. As he should, because it was struggle. A celebration of Zarek. This one fulfilled the pact. That is all this one will say. The Meatbags may choose to trust him or not. This one does not care.
They crushed the hunters and the chainers, but Akrog is sure there will be more. Maybe the Moonkin can count on the Cub's help in the moons to come.
No.
Why not? If not for them, the Cub would still be in his prison.
And he, like the trolls, is also a spawn of Zarek.
And so were the Chainers. Yet this one annihilated them. Why? Because you, through your pact with this one, were stronger. It's time you face it. As long as you trolls stay this weak, you will be hunted and dominated. Such is the struggle.
Then what are they supposed to do? Die?
No, you foolish meatbag. Fight and survive. This world is full of predators. And someone as powerful as this one is not safe from all of them. Why else do you think this one ended up imprisoned? If your kind wants freedom and peace, then earn it through strength. Else you will always be the victims. Just look around you. The treasure you could gain from selling the plunder from this battlefield alone will be enough to make the hunters work for you.
Is he suggesting they become brittle bones? Fighting and killing over shiny things?
No, you fool. This one suggests they stop running. They're packed with this one all the time. So use it. Lick your wounds. Sharpen your weapons. Think and prepare. And the next time someone comes for your precious little tusks, shove them right into their hearts.
Akrog understands. Where will the Cub go then? What will it do?
What this one should have been doing these past 200 years. Bring back his sire and the Silver Weaver.
Zarek and Nor.
Yes. The renegades will reign over Io. And this one will make sure it...
You won't.
What?
Stay back!
Don't you dare! Don't you...
It's over.
Is he?
Not dead. Just trapped. Thank Nor I had the vein to feed on. I couldn't have done this without it.
Akrog understands not. How? And why?
It's a long story and one I'd rather tell to fewer ears. How about you savor your victory first? You've done it, Chieftain Akrog. You've crushed your hunters and cured your people. I'm sure there are many words to be said.
Fine.
Speak to your people.
Say something, Chieftain. Anything.
Quiet. Quiet! The Chieftain speaks. Little Moonblood is dead. It is true. Noag gave his blood so the Moonkin could live. It is a long story, and now is not the time to tell it in full. But trust Akrog, one day he will. He will tell Noag's story, and he will make sure the Moonkin remember, until every last one of them is gone. But now is not the time for dark thoughts. Not for Akrog, nor for all those who lost trusted ones and kin today. The dark thoughts will come, and they will be strong. But not here, and not now. Because while it is true that the Moonkin have beaten their hunters, they must not fool themselves. It was only through little blood sacrifice and all the Moonkin bloodshed that this victory was possible. The hunters will return. And if not the Brittlebones or the Chainers, then others. What means this that Akrog is afraid? No. When these new hunters come, the Moonkin will be prey no more. They will await them with sharp tusks, thick hide, and the wrath of a tribe so powerful, they will make even Zarek shiver in fear. Rotted, they are Moonkin! One of theirs stands bigger than 3 greenskins. One of theirs is stronger than 10 Brittlebones. So how it can be they let themselves be the victims for so long? All these moons, all this time, the tribe ran because they thought they were too weak. Yet here they stand, bathed in the blood of the fools who thought they could hunt them like animals. Zarek favors the greenskins? Well, rotten let him! The Moonkin will survive. And not only because they are Mugwa's chosen, but because they are warriors! And while it is true that the crush sticks and the throwing spikes killed the hunters, the Moonkin should always remember that it was the strength of the tribe that truly won this battle. One kin shielded the other, and that is why they are still here. Many kin fell today, good and strong kin, and the tribe will feel their loss dearly. And while there will be totems and mourning, the Moonkin will honor their sacrifice by a means far simpler still. They will survive. Now go. Lick their wounds and find the fallen. The Moonkin will be marching soon. But this time, they will build a tribe camp to last. For the Moonkin, and for Noad. What should
A
he do?
speech worthy of a chieftain. Grongwa suggests he speaks to the kin now. Then let them find the stranger. If he has not gotten scared and run off, that is.
Trust Zazka. A shaman who can trap the soul of Zarek's cub is not afraid of them.
Still, the Moonkin deserve answers.
What is this?
Fine words, Chieftain Akrog. Fine words.
Were they? Akrog can barely remember.
Well, that is his loss. Jesting aside, Cabrax can only bow his head in respect for the choice Akrog made. It may feel terrible now, but it was the right thing to do. The bones know it.
Either way, Akrog came to thank the Bonekin for fighting so brave.
Ah, the cradle.
Why not?
Maybe so. But... well, the Bonekin failed to protect...
They can stay with the Moonkin then. Their tribes can build this tribe camp to last.
The same thought has come to Cabrax too. But he knows not yet. For now, let them feast.
Akrog would.
Good then. And when all the
Like a fine plan, Cabrak. The Bonekin and the Moonkin won the day, pal.
Even better than when the Bloodsight takes him over, Chieftain Akrok. Mugwar has given them the gift of freedom.
On his way. Let Akrog see.
That good bit. What this here?
Zaramak?
Very well. Plenty scrap here after big fight.
It's good.
Very true. It the only way they make. Either way, Zaramak start with making new crush sticks.
Then might try something new.
Well, Akrog is...
Sure, Zaramak better go find the pig now. Should be easy, just...
Good speech, Chieftain. Seems like he got some of Narjak's gifts for words, too. The cub was right, though.
About what?
Surviving. As long as the moon can keep running, they will always be slaves. Maybe...
What?
Maybe Nurbok was wrong after all. Surrendering to the Greenskins, their hides would have lived, but their souls would have died. Nurbok sees this now.
Had he seen it sooner, many kin would still be alive.
Maybe that would be. It is true. But right and wrong are not always that clear. Poor little Moonblood. Out of everyone, he deserved it the least.
Nurbok speaks true.
Either way, Nurbok knows this battle frees him not of guilt. He wants to give his blood for the tribe, now more than ever. But if the chieftain decides he should stay in shackles until Mugwa takes him to the moonlit river, he will accept.
Time will tell.
It will. And Grungwa,
What?
he is sorry.
Let Akrog see.
Well done, chieftain.
So did he.
True. True.
Sharp tusks and...
Sharp tusks and thick...
Curse it. Curse what?
Oh, chieftain. Anug is wrong to say trolls come here. He is sorry, chieftain.
There is nothing to be sorry about. If there is anyone to blame...
Listen to old Anug. Put his dark thoughts on Akrog. It is him who made the true sacrifice.
Akrog will too.
Anug be think about it already.
Same to him.
Chieftain Moon...
It is true.
So Ugruk get make new shelters?
Ellen's saucy poems. Look who's... At the risk of blowing your mind, this pig's oculi are still quite... I must admit I was quite discombobulated to find out you possess such talent for the... Good speech. That's what he's trying...
A tribe camp to last. But yes, they will try.
They have been for a while.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means there have been numerous opportunities to sneak off. If not earlier, then certainly before this quite monumental battle.
Why have they stayed then?
That, my dear thick-hided compeers, is an excellent question. I'm afraid I don't know the answer to it myself, but I wonder...
They can surely use a good scrapper. As long as the pig and his same...
Lovely. Let me be very clear, however. We shall need a proper smithy this time. A pig-friendly one. At least until a certain someone has found a way to reverse my porcine metamorphosis.
Yes, I'm working on it. Anyway, don't let us keep you, Chieftain. I'm sure you have plenty of people to talk to. I'm sorry about your brother. I truly am.
Akrog is sorry too. All right. Let them find the stranger. Time for answers.
Can he do for the tribe?
Can a troll not breath for a moment?
Grungwa is ready.
Ready for action.
Akrog is listening.
It will hold.
The urn?
The Hoard of Souls is its name, but yes. I sealed his spirit inside it, where it can do no more harm. I could never have done it without the magic of that Archfire vein, though. That creature's power was immense. Either way, I'm truly sorry about your brother. He didn't deserve this.
No, he did not. But it is time for answers now.
Of course.
What Akrog did believes the stranger it was a mistake.
It's not a Brittlebone's place to judge.
Akrog is not asking for judgment.
Let me put it this way. I wish I could say that I had not. But the best and most honest I can offer, I'm afraid.
Back in the tribe camp, the stranger...
That's correct. I'm impressed at how powerful...
This means the magic of the cradle never had anything to...
Well...
But he was dreaming. The cub said it himself.
Back in the
That's...
This means...
Well...
Speak.
Fine. Oh, there are dangers...
No. No, Grungwa believes this not. How knows the stranger Magua believe this nonsense not, chieftain? Just because the Guardians and the Renegades march around showing their tusks to everyone means not that Magua is not there. Think of...
By that logic, I could invent a god right now and claim he exists because you can't prove that he doesn't.
Magua has been with the trolls for centuries. And even if she were not, one needs not what the stranger said. The chieftain should not let this nonsense shake his faith. All these visions, Narjak and the elders...
That is just what it sounded like when Noag woke up.
He was dreaming. The cub said it himself. Little Moonblood was...
This her...
Horde.
How?
Well, we're still figuring that part out. All we know, a long time ago, a dark elven woman from North...
And Zaska has had enough...
How could the stranger simply seal the cub into that thing? If...
I suppose you could say that, yes. But frankly, we were lucky this thing went back to the vein to cure you of the blood rot. Otherwise, things would be looking grim.
So he, what? Fed on the power running through this vein and put it into his hex?
Indeed. Before you get any ideas, though, channeling the Archfire is incredibly dangerous. I'm one of the few mages on EO who has learned how to use it, and even I can only access a portion of it.
The stranger will tell Akrog the full truth. Who is he?
It was.
So Grungwa was right. To the stranger, this was always only about the cub.
First and foremost, yes, it was.
Zaska
No, the Circle is a... Ever since a Nortandian corporal called Tahar discovered the Archfire, the Circle has devoted itself to
So this...
It's a little more complicated than that, but yes, I came here to find out whether the rumors of an imprisoned...
Is he saying...
I'd heard about it, yes. I'd heard of creatures from all kinds of races.
The stranger knew...
Let's put it this way. It wasn't all lies, Chieftain Akrog. I won't claim the survival of your tribe was my priority, but neither was it my intention to double-cross you. I wanted this resurrection to work for your kind's sake and mine.
Had the resurrection worked?
No.
And just what?
Why would you do that?
Because Akrog will keep the cub to himself. Because Akrog will keep the cub to himself. He will learn to channel his power.
Very ambitious, but very foolish. I have harnessed the Archfire for the past 50 years, Chieftain Akrog. I may not be as powerful as the Field Dog, but trust me, this is a fight that would end with you turned to dust and your precious tusks charred to ashes. And as hard as it may be for you to believe it, I would rather not kill you. We came this far together, Chieftain. Let's just leave it there.
He is right, Chieftain. Let it go.
Wise words, Elder Grunwa.
Well, Akrog is glad the stranger got what he wanted. At least one of them did.
Oh, believe me, I'm far from having what I want. If you will accept a word of advice from me, I suggest you go south to the coast to build that new tribe camp of yours. The swamps will act like a natural barrier for you.
Then this is it.
Yes, Chieftain Akrog. This is farewell. I wish you and your tribe all the best. May you build this tribe camp to last. And may your brother find peace in the River of Souls.
Wait. The stranger knows all their names. It is time he told the Moonkin his.
That's fair, I suppose. My name is Wraith Skadar. Farewell.
Gone.
It is true. Well, let them return to the tribe then.
They do, but without Zazka.
What?
Akrog heard him. Zazka will walk on his own. At least for a while.
Because of Little Blood.
It was Noag, or the rest of the tribe. It was the only way to save the Moonkin.
Maybe. Make no mistake, Akrog. Zazka understands Akrog is hurting as much as Zazka is. But still, Zazka just needs time away from this all. He needs time to think.
But Akrog needs his trusted one.
So does Zazka. And he will come back to see this great tribe camp they will build. One day, Zazka hopes the Moonkin will stay safe. But his faith is strong. Akrog has what it takes to be chieftain. This much he has proven. Goodbye, kin. Build that tribe camp to last. All this, it has to mean something.
A tribe camp to last. The elders still wonder if Chieftain Akrog believed his own words when he first spoke them on the battlefield. The corpse of his little blood before him. All that is known is that many Moonkin believe them not. After lives of running, how could they? But then it began. With the scrap and bone and wood of their fallen kin in their sacks. They marched to the south and built their shelters. First 10, then 50, then 100. New hunters and new slavers came, as Akrog had foreseen. But knowing of the field dog slaughter in the meadow, very few of them were foolish enough to attack. And with every attack that the tribe camp endured, the walls grew stronger. One day it became known as Nagmag. What became of Chieftain Akrog, they ask? He led the Moonkin for a long, long time, with Elder Grungwa Grafer supporting him, first as his advisor, and later as his trusted one, until his old, tenacious hide finally gave up, and Mugwa led him into the moonlit river. What became of Zazka Smalltusk will never be known. Some eyes say he was killed by hunters. Some that he built a shelter deep in the swamps. While some swear they saw him near the tribe camp, speaking with Akrog in secret. So, had he made the right choice? It is true that without Moonblood Noag's sacrifice, there would be no Moonkin and no Nagnag today. But it is also true that with Noag, the last of the troll firstborn blood disappeared from Io forever. And that some choices leave scars, no matter how honorable the intentions. Such is the chieftain's lot.